Fans, welcome to Rush Hour. I am your host, Mike Jeffries, and the play-by-play voice at Barrie Wrestling, and we have a great episode coming up for you. But before I get to that, I have to talk about the next Barrie Wrestling live show this Saturday, December 7th, Walking in a Weapon Wonderland. If you have not heard the news, Josh Alexander is retiring from from the independent scene in general, but this will be his final appearance on a Canadian independent show. So if you live anywhere near Barrie and you either haven't seen Josh or you want to see him one last time wrestle on a Canadian indie, you have got to be there this Saturday at the FLCC Arena. The first 2 rows have sold out already. General admission is selling fast. This show will sell out. Don't show up on show day and expect to be able to get tickets. Contact Barrie Wrestling through social media or barriewrestling@gmail.com and get your tickets today. Now, Josh, he has done battle with the who's who of Barrie Wrestling over the years. Vaughn Vertigo, Gabriel Fuerza, Kevin Blackwood, John Greed, Lionel Knight, and this Saturday, he goes to war with Myung Jae Lee. Sean Gibson, the owner of Barrie Wrestling, half-jokingly called this the attempted murder match, and I cannot wait to see what those two guys do in the middle of that ring. Now, as for tonight's show, to celebrate Josh, we are going back into the vault, and we're going to show you Josh Alexander against Clutch Jessie V. This took place in early 2023, and this is the match that started Jessie on his journey to becoming the Barrie Wrestling champion. It's an incredible matchup. I truly hope you enjoy it. We also have a unique match for you this evening. The first ever, I'm assuming everywhere on Earth, Wild Rovers matchup. A hybrid soccer wrestling battle between 2 teams of 3, and the rules are very difficult to explain. Just watch the match. You'll enjoy it. Turn your brain off a little bit, sit back, and enjoy a good time. But before all that, we are starting off with a tag team grudge match as Landon is looking for revenge and has brought Jonny DeLuca along as he takes on Rajan and the apparent leader of Vision, Vaughn Vertigo. If you missed last week or you're not caught up, let me get you caught up real quick. Vaughn Vertigo is a jerk, turned his back on Landon, the fans, his friends, and everybody else who's cared about him, and is now the leader of Vision and has apparently been leading Rajan this whole time. Good? So I know I'm supposed to be unbiased, but I got to be honest. I hope Landon beats the brakes off that turnip-drinking Shelby villain. Fans, enjoy the show. This is Barrie Wrestling's Rush Hour. Vaughn Vertigo and Rajan Husher. Vertigo revealed as Rajan Husher's higher power. They are now calling themselves Vision. Diamond Jim, I've spoken to you before. I had so much respect for Vaughn Vertigo. Even when it came to things like commentary, I would go to him and I would talk to him. And I just respected his opinion so much. Everybody here in Barrie Wrestling loved Vaughn Vertigo. He's been a staple here for as long as Barrie Wrestling has existed, and he has turned his back on all of that for this new vision that he has.
I got to disagree with you, Mike Jeffries. Vaughn Vertigo has a vision for Barrie Wrestling. Vaughn Vertigo has a vision for what he thinks Barrie Wrestling should be and can be, and he's applying that vision. Do I like his new attitude? No, I do not. But he's the same guy. He has always looked at wrestling from a different level with a different perspective. He is a creative genius, and he's put together this new vision, and we may not like it, but we better get used to it.
He could have been upfront about it, though. He told Van Landon he was his friend. He mentored Van Landon. They were a tag team together, and then Vaughn Vertigo turned his back on Van Landon, attacked him. And
because he views Van Landon as the old Barrie Wrestling. That's what Barrie Wrestling stars used to be like. Vaughn Vertigo wants to elevate Barrie Wrestling to a different level. This is a man who competes all across Europe, all across North America. He comes back here and he sees Van Landon, and he wants to change that.
Well, Vaughn can take his vision and go to Europe and stay there. But in the ring, Rajan, Husher, and Van Landon, these two know each other very well. Van Landon up over the top, and a chop and a series of chops from the high-octane hometown hero, Van Landon. Oh, Husher ducks the last chop. Van Landon ducks a chop. Shoulder block in the corner. Van Landon, this is very, very personal for him. And Van Landon and Jonny DeLuca becoming tag team partners with the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Van Landon a cocky pin there on Husher. Husher kicks out before a count of one even.
Well, you nailed it. Vision has been making Van Landon's life hell for months now. And he just wants to inflict pain and punishment on both of those men.
And an uppercut to the arm by DeLuca. Now, Vaughn Vertigo started the match and then bailed out when he saw it was Van Landon against him. But now that it's DeLuca Vertigo tagging in.
Of course, DeLuca coming to the aid of Barrie Wrestling icon Lionel Knight, not cleared for competition, and he was subject to an attempted attack by Vision.
As we hope Lionel Knight is eventually cleared. We'd love to see him back in the ring, but thankfully DeLuca was there to spare Lionel Knight, and who knows how that would have gone. But that's the kind of people that Vaughn Vertigo and Rajan Husher are. They don't want a fair fight. They will pick on somebody who literally is not cleared to defend themselves.
But again, Lionel Knight, part of Barrie Wrestling's past, part of Barrie Wrestling's history, and the Amazing Canadian doesn't fit with Vaughn Vertigo's vision for Barrie Wrestling.
Well, I hate to say it, a great takedown there by Vertigo. Modified on a drop toe hold, gaining control of DeLuca. DeLuca mocking Vertigo's vision just before that. The V symbol from Vaughn Vertigo used to stand for the visionary. It was for Vaughn Vertigo. It was tapping the V with the kids in the audience. Now it stands for this. But the crowd behind DeLuca, Vertigo with a drop down, leapfrog, Vertigo another drop down, and he trips up DeLuca. Vaughn Vertigo, an excellent technical wrestler, no wasted movement in the ring, taunting the Barrie Wrestling crowd. And DeLuca with a kip up. Vertigo has no idea. Jonny waiting for him with a drop kick. Now this young man, Jonny DeLuca, all kinds of potential, really, really getting the crowd behind him in just a couple appearances here in Barrie.
Yeah, he is a total package. You look, he's got great build, moves quickly, and he is smart as a whip in that ring.
And a tremendous Hurricane Rana into a kip up, as you were saying. But Husher going for the trip. DeLuca caught a Manhattan drop. And then
look
a
at
sling blade. DeLuca into a cover. Husher able to kick out at a count of one, maybe 1.5. Husher nearly rolled all the way out of the ring.
Explosive. Let's take another look at this, Mike. Absolutely perfectly executed. The Vertigo with the ring awareness to tag out.
But there was that explosiveness from DeLuca, as you were saying, but then Husher with a cheap shot on Van Landon. Van Landon then, you gotta keep your cool as he ends up bringing Brad Myers over to him and allows Vertigo to get a cheap shot in on DeLuca, turning the momentum. Now Vaughn Vertigo is a former 400 North Tag Team Champion. He knows tag team wrestling. He did that with Fight or Flight, with Gabriel Fuerza, but he has a lot of experience in tag matches. Van Landon, not nearly as much experience in tag matches.
I don't know if there's a better tag team specialist in Ontario, maybe in the world, than Vaughn Vertigo.
Hard to disagree with you there, and Vertigo just raking his foot on the back of the head and neck of DeLuca, and Husher with a cheap shot from the outside. The pained artist with that cheap shot. DeLuca able to kick out, but Vertigo stays right on top of him.
Pained artist, he's outright disturbed. Take a look at that man's eyes. There is something deeply, deeply wrong with Rajan Husher.
There's something deeply wrong with Vaughn Vertigo too. But right now, DeLuca's the one in trouble as Vertigo, deep side headlock. I should say a chin lock, almost on the throat there. Brad Meyer's got to watch for that.
I get that you're upset that Vaughn Vertigo doesn't return your calls, that he doesn't engage with you on Twitter. But can you not see he is trying to take Barrie Wrestling to a new level?
No.
Well, you have no vision.
Well, Vertigo now with his foot right up in the face of DeLuca, and look at Husher doing the exact same. Referee Brad Meyer trying to get him just down to one person in the ring. I guess they each get their own 5 count.
Husher, a deceptively tall man.
Big reach advantage for Rajan Husher too. Vertigo taunting the camera, the people, all of you watching on IWTV, and thank you so much for joining us. This is Barrie Wrestling Back to School 9, and a roll-up from DeLuca. Husher kicks out. We still have a 3 Pistols Championship match in our main event. Myung Jae Lee and Brent Banks. Brent Banks' first appearance in a Barrie Wrestling ring in nearly 4 years. The man known as Money will take on the longest reigning 3 Pistols champion in Barrie Wrestling history. Husher taunting Van Landon.
It's a good strategy. We know, Van Landon is all about passion, all about energy.
Oh, Husher taking too long and bouncing off the top turnbuckle with both of his knees, but DeLuca unable to make a tag, and Vertigo with a cheap shot. DeLuca drops down. Vertigo over the top to the outside, and DeLuca's got a chance to tag in Van Landon. He's been on the apron for a long time. He wants this tag, so does the crowd.
Willing himself, Vaughn Vertigo.
Oh, but DeLuca able to power out. Husher with the tag. DeLuca still unable to make his tag. He's got Fireman's carry into a Samoan drop. Jonny DeLuca, last gasp with that Samoan drop.
Crowd solidly behind the youngster.
Jonny DeLuca finally able to make the tag. Husher's got nobody to go to, and he runs right into that European uppercut. And Vaughn looking to go on a European tour. Just hammering Husher with that European uppercut. Van's revving up.
Van, Vaughn, Shiloh, Nova. It's just not your day, son.
It is not. It's not Rajan Husher's day either. Driving European uppercut to the back. This is a side of Van Landon we have not seen much.
Well, I said it before, Vision have tortured this man. They have been in his face, in his business.
And Aviation into the Fireman's carry slam, and Vaughn Vertigo just at the last millisecond breaking that pin up, and then celebrating. Now Diamond Jim, before
Absolutely beautifully executed.
Very, very impressive move. Before Van Landon had to deal with Vision, he had to deal with Holden Albright. I have to think that and their battles, their incredible hardcore match, prepared him at least for some of this. On the outside, Husher driving Van Landon headfirst into the ring post.
Nothing prepares you for steel in the face.
Oh, Vertigo going for the low blow. DeLuca had that one scouted. Got out of the way and then blocks the right hand. And DeLuca showing that incredible quickness and intensity that we have come to know from him.
Yeah, I really like this DeLuca kid. He is a future star, and we're seeing him turn into that right before our eyes.
No defense for getting bit in the head either. Husher now the legal man. Going for a suplex. DeLuca counters. Boot to the midsection. Oh, Vertigo with a running calf kick. Twist of fate, spiking Jonny DeLuca. I guess Vertigo is the legal man. The two of them have been interfering so much, I don't know how Brad Myers can keep track.
Take a look at this twist of fate. Oh, absolutely spiked DeLuca. I can't believe DeLuca was able to kick out.
Van Landon finally back up onto the apron. The crowd trying to get behind DeLuca. DeLuca's taken a ton of punishment in this matchup. Another uppercut. DeLuca fighting back, but it's 1-on-2. Right hands and a chop to Vertigo. Oh, but Vertigo on the outside. Again, the interference. Exposing the chest for Husher to just hammer down on.
Husher enjoys this. Oh!
Oh, the Enziguri missed. Caught Vaughn Vertigo right on the side of the head.
And here comes the barn burner.
And Landon ducks the clothesline, ducks the elbow, jumps over the triple tap, diving European uppercut. Then Landon going for a suplex. Rajan Husher floats over the top, and then a chop block. Just clipping the knee on Van Landon, taking him down. And a clubbing forearm to the back as well.
You will not beat Van Landon with speed. You will not beat him in the air. But you take his knees out and you've got a chance.
A great suplex by Van Landon, but clearly feeling the effects of that chop block. Van Landon says that's it. And Van Landon's got Rajan Husher back up, and Husher got a handful of the nose, and then another chop block. Just targeting that knee. And Vertigo with an Enziguri on the outside. DeLuca head first into the ring post. And Rajan Husher taking Vertigo down. He's got him locked in Minerva.
Van Landon looks out.
I think he's out. I think that cheap shot from Vertigo knocked him completely out cold. Brad Myers calls for the bell, and Vision is victorious.
Here are your winners, the team of Rajan Husher and
The Barrie and District Christmas Cheer Text to Donate campaign is back, and we at Barrie Wrestling are asking all of you to help support local families in need this Christmas. It is so easy to make a difference. Just text CHEER to 30333 to donate either $10 or $25. Your donation will be added directly to your wireless bill. No hassle, just instant help for families in need. Standard carrier rates may apply. So fans, if you're enjoying this right now, text 30333 to CHEER and help support local families in need this Christmas. And now, back to more Rush Hour action.
Team number 2, accompanied by Bobby Jr., is the goldest of all time, Bobby Orlando, and the Hardcore Tag Team Champions, Punk and Pretty Ricky Wilkie. Flags, yellow and red cards will be in play, as well as many soccer rules in force.
Fans, it is time for the Wild Rovers match, brought to you by the Simcoe County Rovers FC of League One Ontario, Barrie's own soccer club. Diamond Jim, what on earth is a Wild Rovers match?
Hey, don't interrupt the exchanging of the 8x10s. How dare you step on a tradition like that?
I don't know what's going on.
The exchange in the 8x10s is a tradition for the past 70 years in this sport.
I'm sorry, there's a coin toss.
Of course there's a coin toss. Are you an idiot?
Maybe.
Well, you know, that gives a huge advantage to the team of Ricky Wilde, Puff, and Bobby Orlando.
They already have an advantage. They have a goat on their team. Now, In the corner in front of us from the Simcoe County Ravers is Luke Ihama. He is acting as a special official for this matchup.
No, the Simcoe County Ravers was me in the early 90s. These are the Simcoe County Rovers. Guys, kids, check out some Charlatans. Happy Mondays. You'll understand the whole rave scene. Maybe some shaman.
Fans, if you're confused right now, join the club.
You're the only person who's confused. Like, what don't you understand about this?
So, Ricky, Bobby, and Puff starting with the balls.
Because they won the coin toss.
And they all drill their opponents in the head with them.
Yes, of course they did.
But they use their hands.
It's not a football match.
Well, no, it's soccer.
A wrestling soccer hybrid match. Get with the program.
Is this related to the Duchess of Queensberry rules match?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Depends.
So now I have an idea. I have an understanding.
Is this a leap year?
No.
Then it's not. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Next year.
So Bobby Orlando is in the ring with the ball.
Look at the form. Look at the perfect form of...
Oh!
Shades of Lucy!
He Charlie Browned him.
No, he got Charlie Brown, you idiot.
Well, yes. Bobby Orlando, Charlie Brown, Anthony Musso.
He's Lucy.
Saying
Musso is Charlie Brown.
We're saying the same thing. Oh,
No.
and Pretty Ricky.
I assure you we are not saying the same thing, good sir.
How many points was that kick worth?
7.
Okay. And for those of you keeping score at home.
7-0. 7-0. I apologize. Working with Mike Jeffries it brings me down to his level. 7-0 fans, and please forgive old Diamond Jim.
I try to be a modern, Canadian man. I'm a footy fan. And why is it that Barrie Wrestling, obviously some Counter Rovers, big
You watch
deal.
Frisbee. You don't watch footy.
I played
you watch
disc.
Frisbee.
Professional disc golf is a real. We're not getting into this right now. We're not. In the
I played
ring.
Frisbee when I was 3.
Frisbees didn't exist back then. Musso getting tripped
Do you
up.
want me to throw you in the ring?
Wait. Oh, Stratosphere. There's an injury. So Stratosphere is out. He's got the spray. He's got the magic spray to help heal Musso's knee. This is true football right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, it's These men have been running up and down the ring for almost 70 minutes at this point. You get cramped up.
And a rake of the eyes, that's not allowed.
I'm pretty sure it is.
So what inspired Barrie Wrestling's partnership, like their management partnering with the Simcoe County Rovers?
Well, Sean Gibson, he's got a couple of role models, idols in his life. And just like Tony Khan, he wanted to own a wrestling company and be involved with professional soccer. And it's clearly a tribute to his idol.
Yeah, one of his great mentors, somebody he really looks up to. And Isaiah Prince just squeezing the life out of Pretty Ricky, which in an endurance sport like wrestling, soccer.
Hybrid.
Yes. Your lungs and your diaphragm is so important. And they're dragging him down by the shirt. And official Brad Myers, is he going for a yellow card?
Uh-oh.
That's a yellow card against Isaiah Prince.
Prince has got to get himself under control.
A second yellow and he's ejected. He has gone into the book. It's at 37 minutes in the first half. He's gone into the book.
We're just looking for fair play here.
That's a handball. That's not allowed. That's a handball.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Right in front of the official. See? Yellow card for a handball.
You're actually learning something. I'm so proud of you.
I am a soccer fan.
I'm going to call your wife and tell her how good of a boy you are learning the sport.
Oh, a Devil's Lock DDT in the ring from Stratosphere. Oh, and breaking up the cover there is Bobby Orlando. Pretty Ricky is out cold. They might need a substitute for Ricky here.
Oh, and he's getting the biggest substitute of them all. 69 stones of mass, known as Puff.
Official Brad Myers.
Yeah, I'm going to need to see the replay.
Oh, we're going to VAR. We're going to VAR here. All of the competitors are coming over behind us.
Hey, back it up.
That's right there.
Right there.
1, 2, 3. It doesn't matter. You're still 3. You still.
We're checking VAR.
That was
Back it up. Back it. Give me some space here. Back it up.
They're showing the replay here.
right there. It's right there, man.
Let's learn the officials' ruling here. Brad Myers discussing it with Luki Hama.
He's going to have one more look.
Giving the headset back.
We're anxiously awaiting the official's decision.
It's just a 2.
I told you it was
It's just a
2.
2. VAR
You said-
confirms.
It was 2.
That was 3. That was 3.
Stratosphere very unhappy, but VAR confirmed it. Oh, and Musso choking Puff with a scarf for Stratosphere with a boot to the gut.
Absolutely chaos here. It's like when Liverpool kicks the crap out of Everton. Just a mess.
Puff is being beaten around the outside of the ring. Pretty Ricky has not moved. I have lost track of where Isaiah Prince and Bobby Orlando went.
I think Ricky needs some professional medical help.
Bobby Jr. is taking a look at Pretty Ricky. He seems to be okay. Puff is getting double teamed out in the crowd. It is a sellout here in the FLCC.
You know, Bobby Jr. went to medical school.
Not even remotely surprised.
Goat State.
Stratosphere using the rim for assistance.
Brad Myers has just left the playing field. What is going on?
The crowd.
Is this a referee strike or something? He just left. He booked it.
Musso trying to drag Puff through the crowd.
I think you may be the referee now.
No, Luki Hama's here.
There he is.
Oh, Brad has reappeared. He's at the back of the arena.
Wow, he's.
They are fighting by
That
the
was
merch tables.
Does he have like a teleporter or a TARDIS or something? How did he do that?
I thought all you bald men had powers like that.
Just me.
Ricky is waking up. And Puff just sent headfirst into the concrete wall.
Yeah, but Ricky could have major trauma. He was out for like almost the entire second half.
Stratosphere right in front of us. He's just grabbed a couple of soccer balls.
It looks like we're headed to penalty time.
Ricky is trying to get through to the back. And he got a boot from Stratos. Puff is in a lot of trouble. Stratosphere, he's teeing him up. First boot missed. Second, friendly fire. Stratosphere drilling Puff in the knee. Finally getting attacked.
Not his knee. That's his favorite knee.
Stratos proving the stereotype that all Europeans are good at soccer is not necessarily accurate. Bobby has lost his mind. Well, that's not fair. I don't.
When did he find it?
Yeah, sorry.
The man lives with a goat.
It's his son / friend.
Maybe one day you'll have a friend.
Bobby bludgeoning Stratosphere.
Oh my God.
Puff put a flag in the back of Anthony Musso's head. I think Puff now owns Musso. That's how planting
Brad
flags
Myers
work.
just materialized in the middle of the ring. He's a wizard.
And a cutter from Bobby Orlando.
That's good for 7 more points.
Stratosphere rolling out of bounds. Musso. Falcon Arrow.
This is going right down to the wire.
We might be headed for extra time.
We're
Pretty
already
Ricky.
in penalty time.
The Smoocher. How is that not a yellow card?
Pretty Ricky's a handsome man.
Fireman's carry, planting the dark horse, Anthony Musso. And Isaiah
Oh.
Prince running over Ricky. Uranagi into a backbreaker.
Isaiah Prince is an absolute monster.
Oh, and Puff, whip punch.
We haven't seen a whip punch in a hybrid soccer wrestling match since the great Aurelia Derby of 1983. I can't believe it, Iron Mike.
Oh, and Stratos.
Incidental contact, not a foul. Oh,
Stratos calling.
oh. Things are looking absolutely dire right now,
Oh, no.
but even more dire for Brad Myers. Musso, Prince, and Fear are down a man.
Stratos should be ejected, but
He has been.
But the referee is unconscious.
Red card still up, though.
And Puff going low. Double underhook. Power bomb from Puff. Unbelievable impact.
Here
Special
comes
official Luki
Special
Hama.
official.
He's in the ring. 1, 2, 3. The team of Puff, Pretty Ricky, and Bobby Orlando have won the Wild Rovers match.
It is the most beautiful sport in the world. They call it the beautiful game for great reason, because you just had three beautiful men overcome the odds, overcome maniacal strategy by their opponents, and we have our winners of the Wild Rovers match.
Somebody should probably check on referee Brad Myers.
No, he's good.
I don't think he's okay.
No, he's good.
Get the magic spray.
Hello, wrestling fans. Welcome back to your Barrie Wrestling Event Center. My name is TCO. Thank you so much for joining us on another edition of Barrie Wrestling's Rush Hour. I've got a lot to get to this week. I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet so we can get back to the great action that you see here every week. I'm going to tell you all about a gigantic title match that we have signed for our main event next week right here on Rush Hour. However, before we get to that, let's talk about Saturday, December the 7th. Barrie Wrestling presents Walking in a Weapon Wonderland. It is our annual Christmas extravaganza. It is one of the most fun shows that we put on all year. We have 3 huge title matches signed already, live at the FLCC Arena. But on top of that, it is going to be the last Ontario independent match in the legendary career of the walking weapon, Josh Alexander, as he takes on one of the fastest rising stars in all of professional wrestling. Of course, I'm talking about Myung Jae Lee. Now, tickets are selling quickly. The front row is already sold out. This show is going to sell out. Contact Barrie Wrestling on social media. Make sure you grab your tickets before it's too late. Let's talk about what you can expect to see right here on Rush Hour next week. 4 huge matches are confirmed. We're going to see Bionic Woman Alexia Nicole taking on Leo Sparrow. Mr. Everything in Barrie Wrestling, the man they call El Diablo, Gabriel Fuerza, is going to be going up against international star Sombra. We're also going to see Vaughn Vertigo representing Vision in action as he takes on fast up-and-comer Vanna Black. But our huge main event, the royal family has been out for blood ever since their wedding has been ruined. Next week, they're going to try to get some revenge as they're going to be challenging for the Barrie Wrestling 400 North Tag Team Championship against Triple Dragon, Puff and Pretty Ricky. It's going to be a no-holds-barred Christmas street fight. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be wild. It's only what you will see right here on Barrie Wrestling. One more time, fans. Saturday, December the 7th, Walking in a Weapon Wonderland, the last Ontario independent match for the walking weapon, Josh Alexander. And to give you a little bit of sample of Josh and Barrie Wrestling, we're going to go back to the vault right now. Josh Alexander versus Clutch Jessie V. Mike Jeffries, Diamond Jim, take it away.
Fans, the word dream match gets thrown around a lot, but Clutch Jessie V and walking weapon Josh Alexander
Just stop.
is a...
Just stop. It's Josh Alexander versus Clutch Jessie V. There's no hype required. This is the match Barrie Wrestling fans have been dreaming about for years.
This was supposed to be Josh Alexander against Relentless John Atlas, which would have been incredible. Atlas unfortunately got injured, and Barrie Wrestling management decided, you know what, this is a suitable replacement. And we saw a little sneak peek of this during a Fatal 4-Way match a few months ago. and there was a palpable buzz in the crowd when these two men stared at each other across the ring. I cannot wait to see what we're about to see right now.
You absolutely nailed it. The energy in this arena when those two behemoths faced off back in September was unlike almost any moment we've had in the middle of a Barrie Wrestling match.
Jessie V, the All-Ontario Cup winner. Josh Alexander, the longest reigning Impact World Champion.
Listen to the hush in the crowd. This is a loud crowd. These are two very popular, extremely popular wrestlers. The place is silent because they want to see these men beat the hell out of each other.
Should be great. Right now, some good exchanges in the ring. Josh Alexander getting the best of that one with a hammerlock on Jessie V. Jessie ducks underneath, going for a rear waist lock. Good job by the walking weapon there, keeping wrist control. And Jessie just overpowered Josh Alexander with that scoop slam. And Alexander has to roll to the outside. First exchange goes to Clutch Jessie V.
Clutch Jessie V may have had, to this date, the most dominant career of anyone in Barrie Wrestling. He has just mowed through the entire federation. Josh Alexander, though, what more can you say about the walking weapon? I don't even know who to pick. Usually, I think this guy's going to win, that guy's. I have no idea who's going to win this match. Jessie V is bigger and stronger than almost anyone that Josh Alexander has had to face.
Now, you would know this better than I would. Jessie V has not been pinned or submitted in a Barrie Wrestling ring, correct?
Not once.
When's the last time Josh Alexander was pinned or submitted in a Barrie Wrestling ring?
Years ago.
Many, many, many moons ago. And they're great technical skill by Josh Alexander to counter, but then running into the human brick wall that is Jessie V. But look at that, Alexander going for the ankle lock right away. And Jessie V scrambling for his life to get to that bottom rope. And then a stomp on the ankle by Alexander. And a forearm to the face. Josh with a clubbing blow to the back. We already know we're going to see Josh next month, April 15th for Spring Blast, when he and the Wild Child Jody Threat team up to take on the King and Queen of Barrie and Kyle Boone and Shiloh. But you know Josh is not looking 1 second past Jessie V.
Still bold for him to look at that match because Jessie V can shorten careers.
Jessie countering the Irish whip, so Josh decides to just throw some forearms to the face instead. Look at the quickness from Jessie V. Incredible back suplex.
Let me be very clear. I personally believe that Josh Alexander is the greatest professional wrestler on the planet right now, but Jessie V is on a whole different level. His size, his speed, his power. He's throwing the Impact champion around like he's a child.
Into a cover. We see this all the time in sports. You have the grizzled veteran, the best, against the man with just raw physical abilities. Jessie V does not have near Josh's experience. He doesn't have his championships or his accolades. But Josh doesn't have Jessie's pure physical God-given gifts.
I'm not sure that anyone in wrestling does.
Or any sport. Jessie with a couple of short arm clotheslines in the corner on Josh Alexander. Josh counters the Irish whip, boot to the midsection. Picks up Jessie with ease. Oh, Jessie slides out the back door onto the apron.
Even with Josh's incredible strength, just the bulk of Jessie V kind of kept him off balance.
Oh, Josh, he's going for the car crash body.
I don't care how big you are, that hurts like hell.
Josh throwing his entire body weight into the back of Jessie V in a very vulnerable position. And a right hand to the face. And a knife edge chop with some stank on it from Josh Alexander. And Jessie counters, then slamming Alexander's face into the apron. Sending him back into the ring. Ducks the clothesline, pulls the feet out on the walking weapon. And then Jessie with a car crash crossbody of his own, so to
Through the
speak.
ropes from the floor, Mike.
Incredible athleticism.
I have watched Josh Alexander go through absolute wars in Barrie Wrestling. I don't think I have ever seen him manhandled like this.
Jesse's what, 6'4", 6'5", 280 pounds? And his vertical jump on that was incredible. Josh with the counter, kicks the leg out, chopping the tree on Clutch Jessie V. That is the ring awareness, the experience of the walking weapon.
And the anticipation. He understands how his competition thinks, and he stays one step ahead of them.
Just wrenching at the ankle on Jessie V. We know Josh likes the ankle lock. He has used that to win matches and championships all across Canada, all across North America. And he is working on the leg of Jessie V.
Well, when you are taking on a man the size of Jessie V, the smartest thing you can do is get him on the ground. He's not towering above you when you've got him tied up in an ankle lock. Oh, the torque. Oh, my God. Did you see the way his ankle was bending?
Oh, still. Great find by Josh Alexander, wrenching at the ankle of Jessie V. And now the fingers, too.
We talked about Jessie V shortening careers, but I don't know if he's going to be able to walk after this match.
Josh is just picking random joints at this point to bend and torque. Jessie trying to fight his way out of it. And Josh driving his knee into the ankle of Jessie V. Have we ever seen Jessie V physically picked apart like this before?
No. But he's in against Josh Alexander. Jessie V knew exactly what he was in for. It's just a matter of whether he can overcome it through those incredible physical gifts.
European uppercut from Alexander. And another one. And a chop. The walking weapon picking Jessie V apart step by step, executing his game plan. Although, I think he might be second guessing what he's about to do. And Jessie blocked it. That moment of hesitation from Josh Alexander might have cost him. Nice counter by him, and then chops the knee.
Down to the legs. And the ankle again. Oh.
Wrenching the knee and the ankle, torquing. Locking his fingers. Josh is so technically sound. No wasted movements. Jessie blindly reaching, and he ends up giving up his hand, and Josh working that over now.
Josh
Stop the fingers.
Alexander's ability to inflict pain on his opponents is just unreal.
And their short forearm and elbow to the back. Jessie struggling for breath right now. This reminds me, you see it in combat sports all the time. Again, the wily veteran has his game plan, takes the initial hit in the face, gets punched in the mouth and comes back and says, you know what, I'm going to stick to my plan and I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece.
You can't phase Josh Alexander. And I mean, you've said it perfectly. He stuck to his game plan, and now the tide has shifted, but Jessie V is not going down without a fight.
Jessie winning the battle of the forearms there in the middle of the ring. Josh is doubled over. Jessie off the ropes, runs into a big boot from Josh Alexander. Jessie able to kick out at a count of two. And Josh right back on, again, no wasted movements, no wasted moments for the walking weapon. A divided Barrie crowd now getting behind the walking weapon. Jessie trying to get to his feet. Josh, all of his weight is on the back of the head and neck of Jessie V. That is exhausting. But Jessie V to his feet.
Look at this. Look at the strength to fight up in that much pain.
But Josh countering with elbows to the back of the neck.
And let's be clear, Josh Alexander is a big man. He only looks small because he's in there with a human condominium.
King Kong Bundy wants his reference back, but that was accurate. Now, I want to point out, Josh Alexander was going for a suplex, realized it's not going to work, broke off, and ended up kneeing Jessie V in the face, which is still a very valid strategy. Josh Alexander learned from his mistakes minutes after they happened. You do not see that often from wrestlers.
That's why he is the best wrestler on the planet.
It is hard to argue for anybody else. But Josh, is he getting frustrated?
The crowd trying to rally Jessie V.
Well, Jessie now fighting back. Series of right hands to the head. Jessie off the ropes. Josh caught him with the kitchen sink. Spinning Uranagi by Jessie V.
His own
planting him.
momentum carried him away, though. If he had been able to pin Alexander there, we would have had a massive upset.
The Impact Wrestling World Champion just got planted in the middle of the ring by Jessie V. But all of the damage done to Jessie V is showing right here as he is struggling to get to his feet. The walking weapon up onto his hands and knees as well. You can see the pain on the face of Jessie V. Referee's count is up to 6.
This has been an absolute war, and I know neither of these men would like to have a double countdown, but they're both back up.
You can see Alexander clutching at his ribs, trying to catch his wind. Big clothesline by Jessie V, and then sending Alexander into the second turnbuckle. Not a good place to be.
The impact of Jessie V on Josh Alexander's back.
And then just tossing the walking weapon across the ring. But Josh gets his boot up onto the second rope.
How can he do that?
Unreal athleticism.
Jessie V defies the laws of physics.
He's got Josh up on his shoulders. Into a cutter. Josh went face first. A kick out for Josh. Josh coming down hard on his face. Might have broken his nose on that impact.
Josh Alexander has faced and beaten the best in Barrie Wrestling, the best in Impact Wrestling. And that's probably why. Tremendous anticipation.
So Jessie going for a senton, then still after Josh got up, he still tried to hit him while he was standing. It's still an effective maneuver. Josh dodging the gigantic senton at the absolute last minute. Now he's got Jessie up on his shoulders. Rolling senton. Unbelievable. Driving knee.
Wow.
That has to be it. Jessie able to kick out.
And right back to the ankle lock.
But into the ankle lock. Josh has it cinched in the middle of the ring. That is deep.
You said it, Mike. He has a plan. He is stuck to it. And Jessie V is just in a world of hurt because of it.
Josh Alexander, on top of being a great wrestler, is a great wrestling teacher, and he's giving out free lessons tonight. But Jessie able to power out. And that shot right to the jaw. And again, neither one of these men giving any quarter or asking for it. Jessie telegraphed that one and eats an elbow. And a vicious straight right hand. And a spear from Jessie V.
Jessie V has defeated Josh Alex. How did he kick out from that?
The walking weapon was cut in half by that spear. He was coming forward full speed and got drilled and kicked out.
I have never seen Josh Alexander in so much pain.
Now Jessie, he's going, this is it. He's got the clutch, he's going for the, Josh well scouted. Hammer fist from the bottom to try and break. If Jessie gets him up, this thing is over. Josh fighting for his life from the bottom with the dodge. German suplex. Dropping clutch Jessie V right on the back of his head. There is so much at stake in this match for both men. We've talked about the lengthy winning streaks they both have. Josh is a world champion, and Jessie has a chance to defeat a world champion. Josh, he's going for the C4 spike. The double underhook pile driver. Can he get Jessie up? No, Jessie counters, back body drop.
And this is not just another match for Josh Alexander. He knows Jessie V's reputation. He knows what he's done in Barrie Wrestling. He wants to be the guy that ends the streak.
Oh, Jessie with the roll up. Wait. He's going, he's got him up. Clutch. And Josh able to just slide out. Going for the C4 spike, dodged. Boot to the face. Discus forearm. And Jessie eats a second one.
But look how he's standing. He cannot put full weight on that ankle.
C4 spike. Josh Alexander has defeated Clutch Jessie V.
What a match. Two of the very best that Barrie Wrestling has to offer. But the walking weapon came out on top.
So now on top of all of his accolades, all of his incredible matches, everything we've seen from Josh Alexander in Barrie Wrestling, he can add, he is the first man to defeat Clutch Jessie V in a Barrie Wrestling ring. Jessie won the All-Ontario Cup. He has a stake as claimed being the best wrestler in Ontario. Josh Alexander pinned him in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, but at what cost? Look at that man. That is not a man who had an easy Saturday night in Barrie. Josh Alexander is beaten and bruised, but victorious.
An incredible main event, an incredible show, top to bottom. This has been Barrie Wrestling, long way to talk, and we're gonna let Josh Alexander
Hold on,
speak.
Josh has got something to say.
Come on, music! Thank you. Jessie, you're a big, strong dude.
Understatement?
Yes.
More than that, man, pound for pound, you're the most athletic guy I've been in the ring with in a very long time. And trust me, I have been in the ring with the very best to defend and hold this championship. So I don't take it lightly when I say that. You hear these people? Do you hear these people? Once upon a time, they were chanting walking weapon just like they're chanting Jessie right now. Jessie, you are capable of so much more. I'm going to be checking in on Barrie Wrestling from here on out. And I swear to God, if I don't see you going for gold in this company, if I don't see you trying to be the best, we're going to have a problem. Okay? If they believe you can, and I believe you can, that should be all that matters. So for God's sake, shake it off. Take the L. Every single time you step in the ring from here on out, I want to see you kicking ass and taking names until you are the best.
Jessie V.
A truly spectacular matchup, and fans with the words of Josh Alexander ringing in his ears, Jessie V would go on a tear through Barrie Wrestling en route to becoming the Barrie Wrestling champion. Thank you for joining us. Be sure to tune in next Tuesday at 7 p.m. for an extra-large 4-match episode of Rush Hour. But before that, this Saturday, December 7th, 49 Ferris Lane, the FLCC Arena, Josh Alexander's final Canadian indie match, the final Barrie Wrestling show of the year. Get your tickets now because this show will sell out. For TCO, Diamond Jim, and the whole Barrie Wrestling crew, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week on Rush Hour.